Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expeditions. In this video, we're going to be talking about the Bob airdrop. Bob is a hybrid chain comprising of Ethereum and Bitcoin. It's an interesting blockchain. It's also prominent for Bitcoin liquid staking. But our focus and why we want to participate, even though this is the final season before mainnet or before the token is instituted, is because via Bob, you can be positioned for multiple airdrops, in particular the Babylon airdrop, which will come about later on. So, an avenue into Babylon is through Bob. Besides that, you will see a wide range of other airdrops you can be positioned with the same principle. So, instead of having your idle Bitcoin, seated in your wallet, you can put it to use towards earning both APR and airdrop points. So let's get started with this. I don't know if I'll be able to carry out a full-fledged tutorial in the course of this video. If not, I'll give you all the gist and do a follow-up video. I just wanted to put this out there. So first, you want to onboard. You will need an invite code to onboard. The invite code will be in the description. This is the portal that basically defines your approach for the airdrop. Okay, so TVL, it's approaching 300 million. It's said here that don't miss out on event 4, all spice harvested between now and when Bob reaches DeFi TVL of 300 million will receive a 25% bonus. So timeliness wise, it may be of interest to you to deposit before the 300 million TVL is reached, because you'll have a boost on your spice harvestable to the tune of 25%, which is quite huge if you have small equity, like is the case with me. Okay, so now this is the invite code when you're onboarding. Make sure you to complete onboarding. That's the most prominent thing to do with platforms like this. For example, Solv Finance, if you didn't onboard and you participated, even if you had accumulated as much XP as possible, you would not get the airdrop. Basically, your points in season 1 will show 0, without onboarding, because it comes with a they want you to connect your Twitter to ensure that you're an entity, stuff like that. So make sure you onboard first of with Bob. Then to earn Spice, in this case, there are two ways. One is to use applications within the Bob ecosystem, and the other is to deposit to DeFi strategies featured on Bob. There's also this view quests for those who are capable of, although not much quests shown here than voting, but voting is for those who have earned at least a measure of spice. Then you can vote. Wow, the number there are some big whales here. Anyway, let's get started. For this, you want to do the bare minimum at the very least. There is no loss. You maintain your idle assets intact. Then, even if, let's say, the airdrop from Bob is not huge, you'll be getting the other airdrops. In some cases, some projects may decide to give a certain amount to all users. So I don't believe it's late to participate. Okay, so anyway, let's get started with harvesting some spice. And all you need to do is to deposit some assets onto the Bob chain. So now when you go to the stake portal here, we will then look into strategies after we have our at least ETH available to us on the Bob chain. Now, when you connect to Bob for the first time, it will wow, just a moment. I don't even have funds. I don't have funds on this wallet. Just a moment, please. Base. Wow, I don't even have funds to to complete the tutorial. How do I go about this? How do I go about this now? Let's see if I can pull up a swap with what's left. Wow. Okay. Just a moment. Let's try Uniswap. Where this is not successful, I will just give you the gist and do another video which will constitute a tutorial. Let's see if I can swap. Okay. Okay, just a moment, please. Let me get some balance for the video. Okay, so first you want to deposit some ETH. So we are going to switch to the Bob chain. So ETH is the gas fee currently on the Bob chain. So you want to deposit some ETH at the very least to get started. So how do we go about doing that? You will need this bridge. This bridge, by the way, has an airdrop itself. So it has a point system which you earn by bridging. So I'm going to connect here. Let's see. Okay. Everything will be in the description, the steps and the links. Okay, so we have some funds on Base. Okay, and we'll be bridging it over to Bob. So this is the bridge you will need. And you earn airdrop points, like I said, doing so. Wow. So let's reduce this. Okay. Okay, so let's wait for this transaction to complete. You earn 170 points for this transaction. Okay, so we go back to Bob now, and if we check our balance on the Bob chain, we likely have ETH. Okay, so it has arrived. Now, into the strategy. Now, you will notice that these strategies here, they involve some form of BTC. Okay, so we now have to look at which strategy is favorable for us in terms of airdrop count. Typically, I would go the Solv route, and I'll show you, give you a gist of how to go the Solv route yourself. The reason is because Solv is listing on Binance, listing on Hyperliquid. It has huge TVL. It's a big project. But season 1 of the airdrop just ended the snapshot. Currently, what's running is season 2. So for you, you may want to favor some other Bitcoin staking platform with a strong value proposition as well, but under the radar. which I'll reveal in a subsequent video, because I'll have to research some of these platforms here to see, okay, which is just starting out. You'll see you cannot compare this, the TVL of this, to Solv. Solv is the most, the prominent one here with 138 million locked on the Bob chain, followed by Bedrock. I have some exposure to Bedrock, but not much. So in this video, I'll intimate you of the Bedrock strategy along with Solv. In subsequent videos, I'll look at other strategies. For me, I would also be interested in, say, Segment and Pale, even though they are quite under the radar for that very reason. Perhaps not many participants there. You can do well on there with small equity. I'll be revealing other strategies in subsequent videos. For this video, let's just focus on Solv and Bedrock. Okay, so if you were going the Solv route, you click stake, and here you will see that, wow. I wouldn't like this method. This method involves stake BTC into Babylon via Solv protocol and receive liquid staking token. So this route is a bit complicated because if you go directly here, you will need to connect your Okay, so you can actually do this on the Ethereum chain. Okay, just a moment. No, this method is a bit complex. This one will require you to connect your Bitcoin wallet to have Bitcoin on mainnet. So we'll not be using this strategy. We'll be using this strategy, but through another means. So we will go to, now remember, when you apply for this strategy, you'll be earning Spice. So, but the Bob airdrop, you'll also be earning the Solv airdrop, and you'll be earning Babylon. Okay, so we'll still apply this strategy, but not by clicking on stake here. So how are we going to do it? We are going to go to Solv Finance. And when you get on Solv Finance, your aim is to get Solv BTC for a start. Okay, so what is required is to have wrapped BTC and deposit it into this vault to receive Solv BTC. But we don't have wrapped BTC at the moment. So we will look for a DEX, likely a tokenless DEX on the Bob chain that allows us to swap our ETH for Solv BTC. Just a moment, stake. Okay, so BTC into the Babylon via Solv protocol. Okay, so what we will do is go to apps and let's look for a DEX. So this will give you some Spice as well, use of this, and I believe this is a DEX. So I'll be clicking on this. So we'll use this for our swap transaction. Okay, so we have some ETH as we speak. I'll now convert it to wrapped BTC while leaving a small amount for fees. So I'm going to reduce this 3.5. Okay, so no, let's reduce it a bit more. Okay, this is good enough. It's just for the tutorial. So let's swap. Remember, this is on the Bob chain. Wow, transaction speed is okay. So done. And now we go to Solv. Remember, on Solv, you need to onboard. By the way, because you will not get the airdrop without onboarding, you will also not get XP, or you will not see your XP. Onboarding requires you to have a Twitter account connected. So when you onboard, that's when you will now see this portal here with your RP being earned. Season 2 is running with 312 million RP having distributed already. So this interaction will position you also for the Solv, will enable you start earning RP as long as you've onboarded. Invite code to onboard on Solv will be in the description. Now, we come here, Solv BTC, click on the Bob option, and then you can deposit this wrapped BTC, which is now on display here, and then you get Solv BTC. Now, what is happening there is you are locking actual BTC to get a liquid staking variant of BTC powered by Solv Finance called Solv BTC. Now, this is a liquid staking situation where you actually lock your equity, but it doesn't become illiquid. You get a new variant of it, which is liquid, and you can then deposit it into other vaults to compound your yield as well as earn more airdrops. Okay, so now we have Solv BTC. Now you go to staking and you choose this option here, Babylon staking. So this will now allow us to start earning Babylon. You start earning Babylon once you have solvbtc.bbn. Okay, because you will be depositing the Solv BTC that we just acquired. So you select the Bob chain. So you'll be depositing the Solv BTC that we just acquired into the Babylon vault to get Solv BTC BBN, and then we will start earning Babylon points. So at this stage, when this transaction completes, we are already positioned for 3 airdrops: Bob, Solv, and Babylon with the same principal or equity. And of course, the underlying asset is BTC. So you still maintain your BTC as it was. Now, if you want to venture into even more airdrops, you can. So if you go to DeFi here, and let's say you look for Bob. So there's Bob here. You see, you can deposit your Solv BTC into Avalon, and that will give you the Avalon airdrop. You can also deposit it into a liquidity pool paired against Solv BTC on Oku. But interestingly, there is segment here. So I would use the Solv BTC to explore segment, which I haven't before. That's interesting there. So let's look at this, get started, and this will be my first outing on segment. Although I didn't plan to feature it here, but centralize. This is a lending platform. So basically here you'll be borrowing Solv BTC BBN as collateral. You'll be earning APR on that. I mean supplying. Then you can borrow against it if you so desire. If you borrow against it, it's likely your the points you earn will increase and stuff. So let's connect here. So I can supply on the Bob chain. I will have some Solv BTC to supply. Okay, so let's just do that. Or maybe not. Maybe it's possible to implement this onto some other. So you need a bit of research there. If you desire to, you can. So before we come here, let's look at what Bedrock has to offer. Bedrock has more traction, is a bit older. So those are some of the things to consider. Like, not only Bedrock is a bit older, So it may be late, you know, so it's better to get into newer ones. So let's see, Bedrock. Again, the link, the steps will be in the description. It also has a Bera chain vault. That's interesting. Wow. I'll check that later on and do a video about it. So you see Bob here. So that's your invite code there. Okay, so this is as if you are starting afresh. Okay, so I will have to take this up, you know, as if you are starting afresh. That means that you did not deposit your BTC elsewhere. You started out. Wow, 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 wow. Okay, this is a Bera chain vault. I'll do a video about this because this is for those interested in Bera chain. So many airdrops here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. This is a good one. So I'll do a separate video about this. But if you wanted to go the Bedrock strategy instead of Solv Finance, that is from the very beginning, then you come to Bedrock to start with. So this is after you have onboarded on Bob. You come here, you onboard, then you go to this Bob. Click on stake, and you have two options here. You have wrapped BTC or FBTC. So let's change to wrapped BTC. So they are the same. What you'll be earning is the same. Whether you deposit FBTC or wrapped BTC, you'll be earning 3 airdrops. So let's still use wrapped BTC in our example. We already know how to get wrapped BTC. So you deposit it here, and in turn, you'll be getting Uni BTC. So same logic. Okay. Now that Uni BTC, it doesn't seem that like you need to take any extra steps. Once you get Uni BTC, you'll start earning Babylon points. You'll also earn Bedrock points, and you'll earn Bob because you're on the Bob chain. So this is simpler, just one step. Of course, to deposit, you will need to approve and approve first, then stake. So this is just a one-step effort. Now you can decide to take your Uni BTC and explore other strategies as long as they're on Bob. But I'm not sure if there are vaults for Bob. So there are not many options when it comes to the Bob chain. Let's see, discover. Let's select Bob. Okay, so Bob, this is staked wrapped BTC with Wiz on Bedrock. So not many options on Bob when it comes to other what you can do with Uni BTC. Although there are, but it may be on a third-party platform, so you may find something for you. No, I don't think you will. I don't think. So let's not complicate matters. Let's leave it at ease. If you're to start on Bedrock, it's very simple. One-step process. You position yourself for 3 airdrops, as shown earlier. So stake your wrapped BTC or FBTC, and then you start earning Bob. To a 1.5x multiplier, you earn 42x multiplier on your Bedrock points, and then you earn 1x for Babylon. And that's about it for this video. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials. Now that I'm concluding, do well to go to airdropc.com. Fill up the airdrop reminders portal with your email. Very important, because I will be featuring 100 solid airdrops here by the end of the month, each with full-fledged publication tutorial that I'll be iterating over time with more information. At the moment, it's a bit disorganized. I'll revamp this, and there will be 100 solid airdrops here that are obtainable. And so do well to subscribe to Airdrop Reminders. I now have a Telegram by which you can reach me. Check it out in the description. You can also reach me on Towns. So Towns raised 50 million. I've created a channel there that you can chat with me on. It's basically the centralized alternative to Telegram, but it's on the base chain and has an airdrop. They raised 50 million. So you can join here. And as for other airdrops, free of charge airdrops that you can look into in the niche of AI, in particular, check out CapX, Distilled, AI Wayfinder, Farcade, Sister AI, Chainbase, Creator Bead. Yes, and those Kaito, and those are good ones. Good tech as well. Good AI related projects for now that are free, most of them, and check them out. Again, a lot of information will be in the description. Also, a lot of related airdrops to be involved with liquid staking. Check them out. Take action, stay awesome. Subscribe to Web3 Wikis on all socials.